Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K20.
Philadelphia, home to one of the NBA's most historic teams. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Here we go. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now here's Simmons. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And here is Lopez. Back to Antetokounmpo. Fires the 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with Mike Budenholzer for a few minutes. I asked which players he was looking at on the scouting report, and he said Josh Richardson is their bellwether. A great defender and long-range threat. He's a worker, and we've got to make him work tonight. Although, Kevin, working is what got Josh Richardson here in the first place.
All right, thank you, David. And here's Bledsoe after Josh Richardson was able to get the triple. No good from Bledsoe.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Poked loose. Harris passes to Richardson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Simmons dishes to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. The rookies are still trying to get their firm footing as a new season begins and a new arena for them opens up. Talk about your journey over the course of your rookie year.
Yeah, I remember it was really exciting to fulfill the dream of being an NBA player. I struggled early in the season, particularly against some of the veteran guys I ran up against, but found my rhythm and really played extremely well for the second segment of the season. But there was a period, Kevin, when I ran into a wall and just had nothing in terms of sharpness or legs, and then all of a sudden, after about a week and a half of that, it just went away, and I hit my stride and finished strong.
And Embiid drops them both. And you look at Joel Embiid, Clark, for a player standing 7'2", probably close to 300 pounds. You've got to be impressed with how well he moves out there.
And Kevin, that's the first and most eye-catching thing about him when I watch him, is how nimble he is for his size. And you notice it at the offensive end because he's got great skills and footwork, but defensively, he doesn't pick up a lot of cheap fouls despite having the primary role of rim protector for his team.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Now here's Bledsoe. They need this one. And the Bucks miss again.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Middleton with it, picked up by Harris. High, arcing shot.
Boy, supported by great vertical explosiveness, Embiid continues to dominate as a rim protector.
Here's Middleton. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And Bledsoe, here we go.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Giannis, right side. Middleton on the wing. 5 to shoot. That shot off. Some solid defense from Harris. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off the loss to the Boston Celtics. Here's Embiid, and it's sent back by Lopez.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
And And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
The Bucks making a switch here. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
A big X factor for the Sixers, I think, will be the development of Ben Simmons' jump shot. He's got to become at least a threat as a perimeter shooter if they're going to have a chance to win it all.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Outside Hill. And the pass to Ilyasova. And again, the Bucks miss. And especially in the playoffs where teams really scheme for it, Simmons shooting can be a real problem for the Sixers.
Yeah, it's a major liability, guys. There's no denying it. For all of his wonderful ability and versatility, the fact that it's basically 4 on 5 when they're on offense with him on the floor is a problem in the playoffs. And you said it, when teams can lock into you, they're going to make you do what you're uncomfortable doing.
Here's Thibault following the bucket by the Bucks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, he was the 3rd pick in the 2007 NBA draft, guys. Horford won 2 college championships at Florida back-to-back before entering the league.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bucks trail by 13. Hill passes to Connaughton. Lopez against Horford. The kick out to Hill. From deep, and it's blocked by Scott.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's Thibault. Pass to Burks. Here's the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Good on the shot.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And so it's Philadelphia. 13 points up at the end of the period. They're deep. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got Marvin Williams. He's out there with Robin Lopez. Kyle Korver is out there with George Hill. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard. Burks, the pass to Scott. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird,
they've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Lopez. Looking to end the run, and it's sent back by Horford. Burks against Hill. Tries it from 9. Again, Philadelphia. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Here's DiVincenzo. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Robinson. Williams with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Yeah, I like watching Korver run in transition. Terrific at knowing where to go in these situations.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And like many big men in the league, Clark, as he's aged, Marvin Williams has relied more on his outside shooting.
You know, he's been in the league a long time, guys, but when he first came in back in the mid-2000s, there was less emphasis on forwards being able to shoot the ball from outside. Give him a lot of credit for adjusting to the league and honing a shot that has always been a skill that's been part of his package. He can knock down the deep shot now.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Here's Matthews. They get it back. The 76ers leading by 22. Harris. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Middleton. Giannis passes to Bledsoe. Back to Antetokounmpo. Feeds to Middleton. It's tipped. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Embiid, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Matthews. 1:35 left to play in the first half. Fades back. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Milton's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Matthews. Simmons passes to Harris. There's 1:17 left in the first half. Embiid. Richardson right side. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive, and he continues to grow as a passer.
Lopez with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Here's Giannis. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Over Lopez. Here's Milton. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Another shot. That one doesn't go. Good D by Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are completely in control. And that...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. From 10 feet out, second chance shot, and it's sent back by Lopez. It's Matthews on the wing. No good on the triple. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around.
Pass to Lopez. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And the 3 off target. Philadelphia leading by 22. And Clark, many fans thought Brook Lopez might have lost it after his stint with Los Angeles, but you know, he was reborn after joining the Bucks.
Yeah, sometimes a fresh start re-energizes you and helps you change your game. This guy was, though, a 20-point scorer a night in the past, so he can put it in the basket. He didn't get those kind of numbers with the Bucks, but really was exactly what they needed as a big guy who could shoot the 3 and also be a rim protector inside.
Bledsoe against Simmons. And Embiid with the block. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A different look for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Eric Bledsoe.
And let's take a look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's numbers. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, 27 points per, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. Well, you know that he can put points up in a hurry, and he leads this team in scoring.
Yeah, you know, I think he's got a great sense of how to keep their offense going and being productive. If somebody else is having an off night, then he kind of steps in and fills the gap. Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
Embiid, the pass to Thibault. The 76ers with another miss. For Milwaukee, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Giannis inside. Guarded by Simmons. And Ilyasova kicks to Korver. Here's DiVincenzo. Guarded by Harris. And the rejection by Embiid. The pass to Embiid. Now here's Simmons. Over Giannis. Rebounded by Korver.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's DiVincenzo. A 3-pointer is right on target. DiVincenzo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Simmons passes to Thibault. Here's Korkmaz. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's DiVincenzo. Guarded by Simmons. Here's Matthews. And Embiid with the block. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
Hill kicks to Connaughton. Off target with his three. Philadelphia leading by 21. Do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Mike Scott. And then for Milwaukee, Robin Lopez is checked in for Ilyasova. And Middleton subbed in for Hill. Williams passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Showing the amber light has not yet come on in his fuel tank. Williams, you got to respect his athleticism.
There's the pass to Thibault. Here's Embiid up and in from the low block. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Middleton. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Robinson for three. Drills the three-pointer. Robinson's got 5.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Connaughton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Lopez. Second shot opportunity. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Pretty good at forcing the issue inside is Williams. He knows how to draw the foul.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Eric Bledsoe comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Williams drops them both. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Pass to Burks. Pass to Thibault. Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drive.
To the paint, here's Horford. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the 76ers lead by 20.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Burks against Bledsoe. Giannis up top. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Burks dishes to Richardson. Offline with his 3. Bucks trail by 18. Giannis kicks to Bledsoe. No good from outside. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. A shot by Milton, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Middleton outside. Right side, Antetokounmpo. And the jump by Giannis.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
And Philadelphia calls time here. If you played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level, who's doing that right now?
I'll tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These 4 men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep. And guys like Anthony Davis and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
Wesley Matthews checked in for Pat Connaughton.
Well, you've got to like the sight of Simmons knocking down the jump shot. Unless you're the other team, of course. Then you know you're in trouble when he's making jumpers.
Giannis against Scott. Lets it go with the 3. And Giannis with the 3. Giannis has got 11 in the 2nd half.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the 1st, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
And Scott has it in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Stolen by Middleton. And it's the Bucks on the break. And it's Matthews with the jam.
Well, you've got to recognize how active Middleton is on defense. I mean, this is a guy that you can't afford to be careless around.
Simmons. Passes it to Thibault. Shoots over Matthews. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Here's Scott, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. And the 76ers lead by 16. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 21 in the game.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a ferocious player, great competitive spirit, tremendous work ethic, and highly skilled. He wants to dominate.
Now the pass to Harris. And here's Simmons for 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Middleton the pass to Matthews. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And Giannis throws it down.
And, you know, the way Giannis Antetokounmpo moves in the pick and roll is tough for the defense. I mean, there's no way really to match his size and skill set.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're leading by 12. 1:29 left to play here in the fourth. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Here's Giannis. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the 76ers.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions in the nice night it ended up being for Joel Embiid.
Well, he was swatting shots all game long, really owned the defensive end and got a ton of blocks and really protected that rim.
Harris, good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Hill looking around. 6 to shoot. From outside the arc. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Harris. Richardson with it. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they